Hello, dear brothers and sisters, and dear family of Christ the King. It is a great honor for me to speak to you, especially as we prepare ourselves to celebrate Holy Week, especially this coming Sunday with the celebration of Palm Sunday. The liturgy that we'll be celebrating this coming Palm Sunday indeed is two different celebrations. The first celebration that begins with the blessing of the palms and also the proclamation of the gospel, in which we commemorate the entering of Jesus into Jerusalem. This celebration, the first part of the liturgy, commemorates the public acceptance of Jesus. As Jesus is coming into Jerusalem, people are so excited and they're welcoming him. It seems like finally Jesus has been accepted by most of the people, that his message and him has been accepted. But then, after the blessing of the palms, then we go into the church for the second part of the liturgy. And then the Passion according to the Gospel of Matthew will be proclaimed to us. In this proclamation of the Passion, we find a very different reality than what we just heard a few minutes ago. In the Passion, now the public acceptance of Jesus is now a rejection, an abandonment, and even people calling for his crucifixion. It is something that is also a reality for us to recognize. What does this mean to us? That there's also always, we're dealing within a conflict. That we as people at faith, as Catholics, as Christians, we want to be accepted. We want to be accepted by people, by society. But in order to be accepted, we had to live to their standards, according to their criteria. But as people of faith, we also recognize that there is a greater calling for each one of us to live out our Christian identity, to live out as the beloved children of God. And in living that identity, it calls us to live a very different lifestyle than the world. So we're always struggling as we are in this world. We're influenced by it, but at the same time, inside of us and through our conscience and through the proclamation of the Word of God, we know whom we're called to be by God himself. There's always this inner struggle that is also we find ourselves, that we see that sometimes to live out our Christian identity, we ourselves are going to find rejection and betrayal by the people that we're the closest with, especially when we do not live out to their expectations and we try to live out our Christian identity. Something for us also to recognize for this celebration of Palm Sunday is that there are something worth living for, even if we find ourselves having to die for them as well. I invite you to come and participate and to commemorate this Palm Sunday here at Christ the King. This Saturday we'll begin with all our liturgies at the school patio, and this Saturday at 5:30 p.m. in English, Sunday 8:30 and 10:30 in English, and 12:30 in Spanish. God bless.